So now we're all set and ready to go. And good morning, everybody. And you're all very welcome. Great to see you all. And as always, on these sessions, we have two different groups. So we have a group of students who are coming back to do their second term, who have been with us before. And then we've also a group who are starting for the very first time. So that is the format for today. So you're all very welcome. And hopefully you're looking forward to your studies now for the next number of weeks. So in terms of the introduction, I'm just going to give you an overview of the course and what you can expect over the next few weeks. And then what we'll do is, so in terms of timings, just to get it right, I'm going to give you about a half an hour overview that you'll know exactly what to expect. The last thing we want are surprises. So that's why we're here, to eliminate the surprises. So I'll give you an introduction to the course, explain what's involved, how it works, etc., and you will be ready to rock. And then at 10:30, we hand over to Katrina, and Katrina then will go through. She is your tutor for collections, so she will just go through the collections course and just give you the heads up in terms of what to expect and what the different modules contain and what you can expect to learn. Then we take a break from 11:30 to 11:45, and then we have Paul Daly. Now, Paul is the tutor for both Introduction to International Credit Management and Introduction to Law. So he's going to do, again, a whistle-stop tour of both. So for this term, collections is obviously an essential part of credit management, and everybody who does the course has to do the collections module. You do have a choice, and the choice of a second subject this term is to either do Introduction to International Credit Management or Introduction to Irish Law. And the reason we split this into two was that originally the course was Irish Law, and we found that there was a lot of international people who were working for multinational companies, and even living outside of Ireland. And just Irish Law wasn't really of much relevance to them, to be honest with you. So a number of years ago, then we introduced a fifth subject just to give you a choice. So depending on your career, your job, and your future, if you see your future in the international market, then the international credit management is a great subject to learn. If it's based in Ireland and you're dealing with Ireland, then Introduction to Irish Law is the subject. And if you haven't made up your mind yet, that's fine. You can sit in on both inductions, hear what's going on in the international side, hear what's going on in law, and then make up your mind. And the way the notes, because the notes are sent out weekly, it'll be Monday week before you get either international or Irish law. So as long as you let me know next week which subject you want to do, we'll put you down for the relevant course. Is that okay? So just bear that in mind as well. So some of you probably made up your mind, and then you can take a break. You don't have to attend if you're not doing the subject. If you want to have a look, then fair enough. And the other thing I would just say about law, even if, and I know that there's people who are not Irish nationals as such, law is a fascinating subject. And I think knowing the law gives you an insight into a country and to understand where it's coming from, where the laws come from, where the whole thing hangs together. So I find it, well, I'm a sad person anyway, we've already established that. I just think it's a very interesting topic. And there's a lot of stuff that you need to know from a credit management perspective, and Paul will give you the insight to that. And then sometime around, now look, I know I have precise times written down. You know, anybody who knows me now at this stage, look, we're not going to keep you just for the sake of keeping you. Is that all right? So if we've covered the material and you're happy that you have any questions answered, then that's fair enough. If we're finished early, we're finished early. And if we have to stay on, if you have 1,000 questions you want to ask, then I'm not rushing away. So I'm happy to sit here and answer any questions you have. So that is the format for today. I put my phone on silent now, and then we can all relax. There is Katrina and Paul. So as I said to you before, Katrina looks after the collections. So any questions relating to collections, Katrina is the expert in that. Any questions relating to international credit management or law, Paul is the expert on that. So just direct your questions to those. I'm around, as you know, and this is the day job. So if there is any other questions and even specific questions, I'm always happy to help you. So feel free to give me a shout if there's anything you want to know. But course related subjects, talk to your tutor first. And then if you want another view, I'm quite happy to do that. Whoa, they always tell you not to put lots of words on the slide. And here I am putting lots of words on the slide. You don't need to take notes because I will be sending you a copy of this presentation after the event. So when we're finished here today around 1 o'clock, I will get the links to the revision and a copy of the slides and anything else that you need, and I will send them to you. Is that okay? So, this is just for information purposes. So what happens is the course runs on 4 modules. So each course consists of 4 modules, and you will get your notes by email every Monday. So, and I think Paul sends them out on Sunday, and that's when by 5 o'clock on Monday, you will have your notes. That's the promise that we make. And so on next Monday, you will have your first pack. You will have, and you'll get 2 files for collections. You will get your notes and you will get a short test. And the short test is 10 questions based on the material in the notes. All right. So what you do is you read through your notes and then you go and you answer the 10 questions and then you submit that short test to Katrina for marking. So that's your job. And you have any time between this Monday, the 19th, and the following Monday, the 26th, to submit your answers. And from a discipline perspective, I just think now nobody's putting you under pressure that you have to be in a place on a Wednesday evening or whatever. It's probably best just to pick what day suits you, whatever day there's less on the telly, that grabs your fancy. So maybe a Wednesday night is a dull night for the telly. So say, look, I'll give it a couple of hours. And people say to me, well, Declan, how long does the course take? And quite honestly, I don't know. And the reason I don't know is because I don't know how long it takes you to read a page. So I can't know how long it takes. I think a fair sort of stab at it is somewhere between, I'd say maybe 2 and 4 hours a week. That's kind of the commitment that you'd be looking at by the time you read the notes, understand them. And the notes, collection notes, he says, because I have them in front of me, are easy enough. And it's a topic that you're familiar with and it's pure English. So, you'll probably fly through the collection notes and hopefully it'll make sense. And there'll be light bulb moments in there as you go and think, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll have a go with that. When it comes particularly to law, they tend to be denser and sometimes you have to read the same page 3 or 4 times to say what on earth is going on here. So it is different and everybody is different. I would say, as 2 to 4 hours is probably a good indicator of how long it'll take you. And again, it's a matter for yourself, how long you take on it. So but anytime during the week. So just if you get into a routine, it's often easier. So as you can see, each week you get information. So week 1, you get your collection notes. Week 2, you get your either international or law notes. And in exactly the same way, you get your notes, you get your short tests. And that is that. With law, I think you have a workbook as well, just to make it clearer for you. So that is that. And then as you see, so the first 3 weeks are notes, you get them. Then we have 2 assignments for each subject as well. So we'll set you an assignment on collections and you will have 2 weeks to complete the assignment. So that is the timetable between now and the start of May. So notes, notes, assignments, notes, notes, assignments, boom. So over the course of the program, you have to submit 4 short tests and 2 assignments for each subject. So that is that. And then when you have all the information, what we'll do then on the 7th of May is we will send you a mock exam. So again, that we don't have any surprises, you will get a mock exam that will look exactly like what the real exam is going to look like, in terms of layout and format and questions and all that kind of stuff that you can practice on and give it a go. So when the real exam comes, then you've been there, done that, and it's not so bad. So they are the dates. So that's when you'll receive them, and then that's when you'll return them. So, and for the short tests, it's the week after you get them. We also adjusted for bank holidays as well. So if the test is due back on a Monday and it's a bank holiday, that's shifted to a Tuesday. So all right, just to let you go and enjoy the bank holiday weekends. And look, if you have holidays planned for April, just let us know. And if you want to either, submit your test early, or if you're going to be late, say, look, I'm away that week, I'll get it to you the following Wednesday or whatever. Just let the tutor know, and we're quite happy, and we can be flexible, and we can work with you, because sometimes the world catches up with all of us, and events and families and things happen. So look, if it doesn't work exactly to clockwork, that is fine. We will find a way around for you, and we will work with you. All right, so just relax on that score. Having said that, the advice is just to keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. I've seen people, and I won't mention it happened very recently, where somebody decided, just let the notes, pile up there, and sure, I'll get them in the last week and I'll fly through them and do the exams. That does not work. It just doesn't work. And no matter how clever you think you are, if you let it pile up and then cram at the end, it never happens. The people who are successful on this diploma are the people who do the work every week, submit the tests every week, turn up to the induction and turn up to the revisions and turn up to the exams. They tend to get over the line. People who just think they know everything tend not to, and that's it in a nutshell. So they are your dates. They're the assignment dates, so you have 2 weeks to do each assignment. That's that. I've also given you future dates as well. So after you've got all the material, submit all the short tests and the assignments. On the 18th of May, then we will have a revision workshop, exactly the same as this, on Zoom, and the tutors then will go through the mock exam paper that you got, showing you what a perfect answer is, and just giving you pointers for what might be on the real exam. So it's just literally 3 subjects: the collections, law, and international, and we'll just be reviewing each of those on the 18th. And then on the 25th of May, the following Saturday, which is the Saturday before the bank holiday weekend, then we will send you the exams. And the exams are done again over email. So we know it's an open book exam. And so you are at your desk. We will send you the papers at an agreed time, and then you complete the paper on your own and submit it. And again, when we get to the revision session, I go through all the details of the exams. I don't want to, cloud you with knowledge now at this stage. So that is that. So that's the revision workshop. And yet the exams, we have international or law in the morning, and then collections in the afternoon from 1 to 3. So on the 25th of May, block off from 10 to 3. In terms of those of you who are starting this course today, so if you're coming into your second term, obviously you'll be finished in June. That's it, you're done, you have your diploma. If this is your first term and you're coming back to do the second term, again, we're just giving you the dates here. So the 14th of September, we come back to do risk and credit management. And then we have the revision on the 18th of January 2025, I know, and the exams on the 25th of January. So again, just a bit of forward planning. That's the whole dates for the course. So just stick the dates in your diary so you know. So that's how it works. Again, we're just saying if we do get a spelling wrong or whatever, so just tell us what email address you want the notes sent to. The email that I sent the invite to this meeting is the one we're using. If you have a Gmail account at home that you want the notes sent to as well, just let us know, and we're quite happy to do that. So that is that. Read, understand, completed the short tests, and oh yeah, in collections, because a lot of you, that's what you're doing. We do have additional exercises. So they are not for marks, they're not for whatever. It's just to set you a challenge from a work perspective, you know, to do this. And we recommend that you do it. And then we go into areas like personality types and stuff. And there are exercises within the course that you can do. And again, we recommend that you do them. They're not compulsory. It just gives you a deeper understanding. And you know, that's what, and it is about learning, and it is about being able to do your job better. That's really what the whole diploma is about. So that is that. So do your short tests, 1 week to work on the revision, and then the mock exams and all that kind of good stuff. There's our phone numbers as well. So if you need to contact us, you know, now Paul in particular, and I suppose Katrina as well to a large extent, has a day job. So you know, it's probably best if you use email as your form of contact. So if you have a question, use the email address. And if you want to schedule a call with the tutors, that's probably the best way to do it. And if you want to talk to me as well, because I have to train for a living as well. So there's some days I'm just not in the office. So, you know, if you just drop us a note and say, look, I'm having an issue, can you explain this or whatever? Or would you have 10 minutes on Tuesday? And that's really how we'll go through it. So we are available. We can schedule a call, and we're happy to talk to you. So that is your emails and your phone numbers for your tutors. And yes, we're all on WhatsApp and text and everything else. So that's that. Evolving, yeah, we keep changing it, we keep upgrading it and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, the additional services, that's just a matter for yourself. So if you find from a work perspective, God, I'd love to have information on X, you know what I mean? I'm just after getting the notice of a creditors meeting and I don't know what to do with it, or whatever, or where would I get information on this company, or where would I? So any sort of credit related queries, whether it's part of the course or not, what we're saying is come and talk to us. I've been around for a number of years, and I've met a few people over those years. And to be honest with you, I'm quite happy just to point you in the right direction. And I'm here to help you in any way I can. So if there are other things, be it collections, be it information, be it systems, be it automation, be it whatever, I probably know somebody who's able to help you. And I'm quite happy to do that. So just keep us informed. This gets down into the marking. So I've told you the course runs, there's 3 elements to the course. There's the short tests, there's the assignments, and there's the written exam. So overall, you get 10% for your short tests. You get 20% for your 2 assignments. That's 10% each. And then you get 70% for the exam. So that's the split of marks. So you need 40% to pass. So it is quite possible, you know, that you'll have close to 30 before you even sit the exam. Now, the stipulation is there that you have to get at least 40% in the exam. So that's 28 out of 70. So look, if you do the work, it is doable. There's no doubt about it. And for collections and law, the way the exam works, there's 2 parts to the exam. One is a multiple choice questions. So half the exam is multiple choice, where you're given 50 questions and you have an hour to complete them. And then the second thing is long questions, where you're asked to explain a concept. So it is doable. That's and we make it as easy as we possibly can. From a recognition perspective, there are two major organizations, credit associations out there. One is AICDP. They are the Association of International Credit Directors and Professionals. It's a global organization operating in lots of different countries. And again, they recognize the diploma. So by becoming a member of AICDP, you're becoming part of a global credit community. And it's no harm just to have contacts and know people and all that kind of stuff. And the good news is for students of the course, there's no additional charges for membership. So we're not going to be hitting you now for more money for membership. So I can send you on details to sign up for membership. And they have webinars and seminars and all sorts of events and things going on. And it's just good to meet other credit people, even just to know you're not going mad. So that's from a global perspective, AICDP. And then from an Irish perspective, there is the Credit Management Institute of Ireland. So CMII, they also recognize the diploma course. So again, there is a free membership option for CMII, and you can become a member. And they can award you with your diploma at the end. So if you want an institute diploma or an AICDP diploma, that's the qualification that you have, and it just gives greater credibility to it from an employment perspective. The diploma course has been running for over 20 years now, so it does have credibility in the industry. It's a great line to have on your CV. It's one you'll have for the rest of your careers, and I'm hoping that the learning that you get out of it will also help you to do what you want to do. We have three options. Failure is not an option. So between 80 and 100 is a distinction, 60 and 80 is a merit, and 40 and 60 is a pass. So depending on the marks that you get overall will depend on the structure that you get. As I say, failure is not an option. We won't even consider it. So that's the overview of the course and how it works. I hope I've made sense of it. And what I will do is, rather than have you on camera asking questions, I will stop the recording now.